Hello everyone, WXT coming back to you with another Ethereal video. Today I'm going to give you 10 tips to new players in Ethereal. My first tip is finding ways to get food. One of the best food items in the game is the Apple of Persistence, which you get from doing the Umbral called Quetch, which you get from Woodrick here in Farwood. But instead of doing the cyanide from the mines, you can gather 14,000 apples. Then you will get an apple you can eat continuously. But it takes like 8 hours to gather these apples. So if you don't want to do this, one of the better foods you can buy from the innkeepers, you can just go to any innkeeper and they will have the champignon fruit salad, which gives you 10% attack speed and 10% casting speed, which is much better than most of the other foods here. So I definitely recommend you getting champignon in the beginning, and then you will start gathering apples at some point. My second tip is that between combat you can rest with using the rest button. It gives 5% max health and 5% max mana. But if you come here to Miranda Somerset, talk to her, and buy her food, you can buy a campfire kit from her. And you can use it before, so that when you finish combat, you have like 5 seconds before you can rest. So you can use your campfire before that, and then you rest, and you will get health and mana extra. So this will reduce your recovery time. And it's free to do, and you can reuse the same campfire over and over again. So there's no reason not to use this, but few people know about it. My third tip is repairing your gear. Usually you repair your gear by going to a forge and clicking right click and repair and throwing in your weapons like this, and then you will have to get the materials to replace it. But one thing you can do instead is go to Carl and right click him and press repair, and he will provide the material for you if you press this button, and this will save you a lot of crafting materials and will just use money instead. This is kind of mandatory in the late game because no one wants to farm the void cores, but can also be a good way to repair your gear if your combat level is higher than your crafting level. My fourth tip is about capes. There's a free cape for any new player if you go on top of the mountain and talk to the oath guy on top of there. You get a cape you can wear from level 1. The second cape you can get is by doing the main quest and defeating the alpha wolf, and if you skin it, you will be able to get a corrupted skin coat. You need to uncorrupt this skin coat by finding a blessed solution, which only drops from goblins down here. It's like a 1 in 100 drop chance, so you will have to kill a lot of them, but this is like the very first grind of the game. If you do this, you can keep this cape until level 40, because you can keep upgrading it with the line fetch you buy from the tailor, and you go talk to the huntress and she will upgrade the cape. So definitely recommend going and getting the corrupted wolf cape. My fifth tip is picking a DPS class from the beginning. When you're playing this game, you have the option later down the game to switch classes. So there's no reason to pick any of the slow classes in the beginning, because it will just slow you down. One of the easiest way to get the second class is by doing the path of the scholar, which is down here. And just by doing these simple objectives, you will get 350 primordium, and this primordium is the exact amount you need to get a second class. So you can go to level 15 with a DPS class, and then you can do the scholar, and then you will get a second class and do whatever you need to do there. So you can get a tank, or you can get a healer, or whatever as your second class. My sixth tip is that you can get bags and enchants from higher level players. You see here, this armor has plus 12 dexterity. This buff can be applied to any gear, so you can run around, be a level 5 and have plus 12 dexterity on your gear. Or you can get something like a vampirism enchant or something like that. So if you find some high level players, you can ask them nicely and they will probably provide you with either enchants or bags. My 8th tip is getting movement speed or amount. Right when you come to Irmisa, you can talk to this guy by the docks. Let me just catch him. If you do his quest, you will get the Hurry spell, which will make it so you can sprint. So make sure to get this one, and you'll get the Hurry spell, which I already have here, which gives you 25% movement speed for 60 seconds. Once you're level 20, you can also go to the farm over here, and you can buy a mount from this guy. And you can also buy a mount for this guy at level 30. My 9th tip is to make sure that you do crafting task and gathering task for the professions you're leveling. So the task board here provides you with a task where you just have to turn in some crafted options and it will double all your XP. So let's say you make, the quest is to make 3 chess pieces. You will get XP from 3 chess pieces, and when you turn it in, you will get all that XP again. So it's like double XP, but you can only do it every 12 hours. Furthermore, there are gathering quests. The easiest one to do is woodworking gathering, which is in this area. There's a gathering quest there you have to do, and it's repeatable, but it will give you a bunch of gathering XP. For mining, you can go to the Fizzlebridge mine. There will you find a guy called Simon, and he will help you doing the mining gathering quest. For herbalism, you have to go all the way up here. There's a weird homeless guy you have to talk to, and he will help you doing herbalism gathering. And the newest one is skinning. The skinning quest starts here, all the way over here. The easiest way for you to get there is either going to the Cobble Tower or going to Blackwood and then running there. And here in this house, you have to talk to a girl out here first, but in this house you will have the gathering quest for skinning. My last tip is to go get the Leyline upgrade. You can go talk to a guy at the right when you transfer to the Cobble Tower. If you picked up the Dark Sigil from the old mine, you can talk to him and it will start a quest chain where you go into a pyramid and you will get a shorter time on your Leyline stone. Also, while you're at it, make sure to do Crop the Grove, which the entrance is up here. This dungeon will drop a mysterious stone, and you can use this stone to get the Transmutation stone, which is needed for transmuting all of your elemental stones. And you also need it for the late game crafting system, so make sure to get this while you're at it, and just make sure to loot it. It drops from the rock boss inside this dungeon. That was 10 quick tips for beginners. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.